Howard. Gets it in, but it's knocked away by Lexie Hull. Hull with the steal. And the Indiana Fever, beset by major injuries all year long, are on the doorstep of making the semifinals.
Just been through so much this season, giving ourselves another chance in Game 3. Emotions are high.
This is a group that's confidence has really never wavered. This group has continued to show their heart, their character, night in and night out.
I think we all piggyback off each other within our group and our organization.
We've been in every kind of situation you can imagine, and we've been able to find ways to put ourselves in position to win, and this will be no different.
Somebody has to lose and somebody else.
The desperation before Game 2 on Tuesday, just how does that carry over into tonight?
Well, I think anytime that you're a win or go home situation, there's desperation, and so it has to carry over. You know, we're in the same situation, our back is against the wall. We got to come out and we've got to play with that sense of urgency. We've got to play with that hunger. We've got to value every single possession.
One on Lexie Hull got me riled up because this was early on in the game, and this was probably the best defense that Lexie could have played. If you watch this play here, Ryan Howard is going down, Lexie Hull's guarding her, Ryan goes behind her back. Lexie doesn't touch her because she's backpedaling the whole time. She has her hands straight up. Like, this is really good defense that Lexie played here.
Indiana Fever are heading to the semifinals.
Driving to the foul line and the paint, lays it in. Sims crossover left to right, gets into the paint, layup, good.
Inside, Boston. Second foul, so Hillman and Gray each with 2. Mitchell over the Boston screen.
And that was tough, her hands. But going back to that ball screen here, little movement in the first part of that screen by Aaliyah Boston.
Mitchell, man, she is attacking from the outside and now the inside. And Mitchell's been quiet for a while, not anymore. Mitchell over to Boston. Again, the shot clock winding down. Mitchell, tough shot off the bounce to get around Jones.
2 steps behind the 3-point line and the dribble handoff for...
This is just 4 of 16 from the floor in Game 2. That's terrific. Paul into Boston.
Fit. Maybe a little higher than that, 45.
Indiana electing not to call a timeout. Boston almost gave it away. Into Boston for the lead. She hits it. Indiana goes up.
Boston gets it. Mitchell is denied, but then Jordan Canada falls. Bree Jones almost has to really body up with Bree Jones in that situation.
Tasha Howard slashing in. Sims got around the Ryan Howard reach to find Natasha Howard.
The court, Odyssey Sims, skill set and all that she can do.
It's the first miss for Atlanta as Howard could not get it to go. Odyssey Sims, this is what head coach Stephanie White wants from Odyssey. Gray with 10 points so far. Sims dribbled right into trouble and posting up. Setting a screen ultimately that Shea Penny ran into.
Anytime Atlanta needs a bucket, they look to her, and she's wanting.
Of the signees because of injuries in the game. As we approach a minute to go, Aerial Powers in.
The bench.
All the injured players to not just cheerlead, but also to give advice to all the newbies. Big block by Powers.
Shockwaves ripped through the WNBA when word broke that the Atlanta Dream were banned from the semifinals, and cameras quickly turned to Indiana Fever guard Lexie Hull for reaction. Moments after practice, she called the news unreal and bigger than anything we've seen mid-playoffs. And her comments spread across highlight shows and social feeds within minutes, turning a league announcement into a national talking point and flipping the playoff bracket overnight. Indiana's playoff picture shifted instantly. WNBA League Pass sessions jumped more than 40% as fans sought updates, while ESPN's studio show doubled its usual audience. Scouts recalculated matchups, noting that extra rest days could boost lineup efficiency for Hull's second unit. Indiana's net rating of plus 4.5 with her on the floor, fueled by 38% three-point shooting and steady wing defense, takes on fresh importance if a new opponent brings more pace. Betting markets and ticket sales responded just as fast. Sportsbooks reset semifinal lines, and secondary ticket prices at Gainbridge Fieldhouse climbed nearly 25% to well over $150. Fanatics logged a double-digit spike in Hull jerseys and Fever playoff gear. Hull's calm but pointed remarks show how dramatically the disqualification reshapes Indiana's plans. The Fever score about 105 points per 100 possessions when she plays, only 97 when she sits, and her floor spacing opens lanes for Caitlin Clark. Losing the Dream erases one of the league's most physical defenses, top 3 in offensive rebounds and known for grinding games into the 70s, forcing Indiana to rethink early sets and late-game matchups. League-wide stakes are immediate. Semifinals typically top 1.5 million viewers, and resale data already shows Indiana home dates nearing $190. Nothing in recent WNBA history compares. Past cases like Liz Cambage's suspensions or Diana Taurasi's overseas absences unfolded over days and never disqualified a team on the eve of a semifinal. NBA parallels such as the 2007 Suns-Spurs suspensions or modern load management debates fall short. Indiana's attendance is up more than 60% year over year, and national broadcasts featuring Clark already reach 1.5 to 2 million viewers, making this one ruling a true market-moving event. The business impact is equally striking. Fanatics reported a new run on Fever playoff gear and Hull jerseys, while Nike and State Farm scrambled to adjust ad placements. Downtown Indianapolis bars, which already see 20 to 25% higher revenue on Fever nights, expect another lift. Sportsbooks revised series prices and prop bets, and national networks reworked primetime schedules to spotlight Indiana's clearer path. Policy questions now move front and center. Indiana coaches are remapping rotations, while WNBA executives consider codifying rapid response discipline and revising revenue-sharing formulas. Collective bargaining talks will likely address playoff guarantees after League Pass signups and highlight clicks spiked more than 30% the night of the announcement. This story ends as more than a playoff twist. It's a league-wide stress test for competitive integrity and business strategy. One ruling spiked viewership, ticket prices, and merchandise sales, proving how tightly the WNBA's financial health is tied to decisive governance and star power. For Indiana, the opportunity is clear. A reseeded bracket and extra rest give Lexie Hull and her teammates a measurable edge. For league executives, the challenge is whether to codify these emergency powers or lean into the spectacle to fuel growth. The shock of Atlanta's ban and Hull's composed response will echo well beyond this postseason.